Magic the Gathering players, Magic the Gathering players, that is time in the round, that is time in the round. Magic the Gathering players, that is time in the round.
Maybe.
Okay, well now we're gonna have to investigate things about Tezzeret for some reason.
Oh no, I'm going to be shown that I am a story fraud.
Oh, this is unbelievable. Hang on, just really quickly, I'd like to read you the the Google summary of
Google
Tezzeret.
AI summary?
This is not the AI summary. This is from the MTG fandom, but I'd like
sure.
to just really quickly. Tezzeret is a planeswalker who wields blue and black magic. He is 5'10".
He's my height. I love it.
But like, why? Why do we know now?
For all the people drawing Tezzeret fan art.
Right. He is 5'10". Hang on. He is 5'10" tall.
Oh, Jesus.
And has a lined, weathered face and long hair bound into ragged gray dreadlocks.
The person who wrote that is so horny for Tezzeret. It's unbelievable.
If they were horny for Tezzeret, they would have been like, but sometimes he looks like he's 6 foot.
No. It's the metal that's doing it for him, I'm sure.
His brown eyes glow pink while he uses his metal shaping magic.
You cannot tell me whoever wrote this is not horny for this man.
This is so funny.
I refuse to believe it, Kira.
I'm trying to figure out what his birthplace is. Tide Hollow, Esper,
Sure.
on Alara.
That makes sense.
He is a human planeswalker.
All
Dab,
right.
dab,
Well.
dab, dab. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, God. You got me.
Got him. Got him.
I did not think that the people of Esper were human.
He was born to scrapper parents, neither of whom cared enough for him to even give him a name.
Oh, he's traumatized. I can fix him.
It was his peers that gave him his name, Tezzeret being Tide Hollow slang for an improvised knife.
Interesting. That's kind of cool. I like that.
He received his name after his first act of calculated violence, stabbing an older boy who had bullied him.
Go off, King.
Oh my gosh. This is so funny. I actually need to like...
We should do a story podcast.
No, that's already bookmarked. Gramps and I are doing Archive Trap, which is about This is about the
story of
Gathering.
magic?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Does Jace Bellerin tell me how tall he is?
Please let him be like 4 foot.
I really need him to be like 5'5". I need him to be the most annoying.
The shortest king.
I just seriously... Lute is listed as his adopted child.
Well,
And
that's canon in law.
Yeah, but I don't like that's like... What? There's no papers. Like, he just picked him up and was like, child. Like, what?
I mean, that's pretty standard fare for fantasy, right? Like, D&D characters have adopted out their children.
On Ravnica, he went by... This is Jace Bellerin's, for the record. On Ravnica, he went by the name Barim. So unsexy.
That ain't it.
This is really funny because it feels like... Oh, here it is. Because like the first paragraph of Jace's description, like of his appearance, is nowhere... It doesn't seem as horny as Tezzeret's. But the second paragraph...
I'm ready.
Jace is a slender young man with unkempt chestnut brown hair. He is 5'10" tall.
Yes!
And weighs 160 pounds.
Somebody is horny for Twink, Jace.
Why did they put his weight on here?
To demonstrate that he's a twink, I suppose. The thing that gets me is chestnut brown hair.
The unkempt chestnut brown hair, mind you.
Is this written by fan fiction writers?
Oh, okay, hang on. He used illusions for a time to make himself look fitter, but stopped doing so after he got in shape on Ixalan. and after decompletion, he uses it to cover up the scars and plugs from his transformation.
Sure.
He has other mundane scars, one on his right ring finger, and another that begins on his knuckle and runs stick straight up his arm.
Is this the official MTG wiki?
This is MTG Wiki. I am reading this from MTG Wiki.
Christ.
Okay. Jace visualizes his mind as seamless alabaster stone with a warm, simple well as at its center.
His smooth brain.
His smooth brain.
His literal smooth brain.
Within the well is a facsimile of Useless Island.
What is Useless Island? I need to know. Please.
Okay, I'll click on the link for Useless Island.
Thank you.
Oh, it's on Ixalan.
Right.
It's freaking out because it's trying to tell me, like I clicked it and it took me to Ixalan.
right.
But it doesn't really. Useless Island was where, the Stormwreck Sea is home to various archipelagos and numerous pirates. It names a few things. It says Useless Island in quotation marks, where Jace Beleren was cast away following his defeat against Nicol Bolas.
Right.
My boy got evicted to Useless Island, which is where he belongs.
Yeah. Send him back.
We're going to have a whole sub podcast of us just reading the MTG wikis for Planeswalkers and just losing it. This is personal life. Jace plays chess and considers himself good at it.
Well, he's wrong.
That is such a read. Because within like the canon story that we've seen like since Duskmourn, this guy has no clue what he's doing, has no idea how to execute a plan, thinks there are plenty of moving parts on the table, and is doing nothing with them.
Also, I feel like everybody who isn't Magnus Carlsen thinks they're bad at chess. So this implies that he is peak Dunning-Kruger about his chess abilities, which makes sense for the character.
Pause.
Pausing.
Jace is a fuckboy.
Oh, please tell.
Jace has had a romantic engagement with Liliana Vess,
I did know that.
but their relationship collapsed under the strain of events of Agents of Artifice. Before becoming the Living Guild Pact, he also had a burgeoning relationship with Amara Tandris, one of his first friends on Ravnica, but she could not bear to share the knowledge of the multiverse and Planeswalkers with the Selesnya and asked to have it removed from her mind and with it most of Jace's identity.
Okay.
Finally, Vraska and Jace have been involved since their sojourn on Ixalan. This guy's just working his way through.
Planeswalker fuckboy? Why does this track?
Unbelievable. This guy.
Okay. So, like, I assume you know the, like, thing in writing fiction where you make the main character, like, generic, like, white, brown hair.
Unkempt
like,
chestnut hair and bright blue eyes.
something like that. Fucking Aryan-coded garbage. But, of course, then, the character that most Magic players are supposed to self-insert to is a fuckboy. Because you have to suspend your disbelief for that.
You can't just say that.
Yeah, I can. I'm a Magic. Hello? Yeah, I can. I'm a Magic player. Like, it goes for me too. It's a self-read as much as it's a read of the community.
I'm cutting all of that out. I'm cutting all of it out. All right, let's get into the meat of it.
Okay.
Urza Saga just got a lot better.
Did it?
Well, okay, it got better in the face of things that don't like Urza Saga, like the whole Blood Moon Urza Saga interaction. That actually made me mad as a Blood Moon enjoyer, because I thought Blood Mooning, strip mining your opponent's Urza Saga via Blood Moon. I thought that was funny.
I don't think Blood Moon needed this nerf.
It did not need a nerf. No. Blood Moon did not need a nerf. Blood Moon already is not, like, frankly, like, Blood Moon's not a good card,
it's
right?
Like 2 of sideboard playable in some modern decks.
It's fine.
It's actively medium.
I'm just mad because the archetype that I want to play in Australian Highlander is Blue Moon.
Right.
Because it seems to me like one of the few formats that Blood Moon is capable of actually being an impactful card.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with Blue Moon and Highlander is you still have back to basics, which still screws over Saga in like the important ways. I do
for
get
sure.
you though. It's not, yeah. And you're going to actually genuinely lose percentage points to that because Urza Saga is such a ubiquitous card, even despite it being, it's been pointed. It's up to 1 point. And maybe there's an argument that now that it has this ruling, it should go to 2. But that is a question for people who play Highlander and not me.
Well, and so according to Billinghurst, it makes more sense with how the rules work.
Yes,
also,
it is more intuitive, certainly.
It is far more intuitive. It's easier to explain. Even Trent is not always a huge fan of rules changes, right? And Trent is, my guide light in the Magic world. Even Trent was very much like, this is way clearer. The interaction is so much easier to understand because previously the way that the rules worked is that if Urza Saga lost all of its abilities, including the Saga counters, it ceased existing, right? It went from being it's a mountain and it lost all its abilities, and because the Saga counters are gone, it ceased existing, and that was a difficult interaction to explain. And now at least it's like, look, the abilities are not there, but the lore counters are still there. So whatever chapter it's on, you can still activate its ability.
That's slightly different. That has to do with layers more.
Well, sure, but in short,
yes,
the interaction is easier to understand because it doesn't just simply cease existing, quote unquote, because the rules say so, right?
I think this rules change is really, really good for sagas as a whole, and is really, really bad for Urza's Saga because it makes the traditionally effective ways of dealing with Urza's Saga much, much worse.
Much worse. Well, and that's where, and Ben Tudman was saying there is a world in which we will start seeing Urza Saga banned in more eternal formats because of that.
Yes, and you will start seeing things like Blood Moon decks that are playing Urza's Saga because of the interaction where it just becomes a 2-mana construct generator.
It works. Well, and then because of that, there is no punishment to playing Urza Saga anymore, and that's typically what we've seen in line with previous bans. When there is no punishment to playing a card, every deck plays it, and you get Reckoner Bankbuster, the One Ring, and then everyone just...
Sure, I mean, the punishment in Highlander is that it's a point, right?
Well, sure. A point.
A singular point. But that matters. That matters in a lot of decks.
It does
right?
matter.
It means you can't play Black Lotus and Urza's Saga in most decks.
I'm going on a Scryfall tangent because
you should record this and use it in a time in the round.
That's literally why I hit the button.
Oh, red is record, green is go. I see. Very good. Haha, I'm an idiot, folks.
I'm just now I'm so curious because 4 feels really low. So see, in Murders, it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it was 5.
In the Ravnica set, though, like
No. We're talking about I'm not talking about. I'm talking about standard legal sets, not. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant Ravnica Remastered.
No.
And I was like, that's all that whole set is.
No, what I'm saying is that there are going to be more reprints in a Ravnica set.
Okay, sorry. Aether Drift. 20.
Holy.
But 10 of them are I think 10 of them are the gain lands, like the gain life lands, but like 1 1 2 3 4. Okay, so that's also 4 as well because all of the Scryfall, it's counting the basic lands too.
Incredible.
It's going, guys, don't you know that every set they reprint 5 cards like without fail, and it frankly is just tanking the value. It's called
terrible.
Mountain.
That's terrible.
Island. Maybe
we go minus is basic.
Yeah. Well, then what else? Tarkir maybe is reprint.
Do we want to check foundations?
Minus, oh my God, no, stop that. Minus is land. Invalid expression ignored. Well, Scryfall, I did my best. What can I say? So 24 again, but there's so many lands. So 1.
Well, just go minus T
2
land.
Okay, so it looks like 3. Okay, maybe I'm insane. Maybe I was like way overestimating how many cards are reprinted in a set because it looks like it's always like 5 or like less than 5.
To be fair, I think our perception of it is higher because Foundations exists in the format.
Sure. Okay, you know what? That actually makes so much sense because that's the whole. Oh my gosh, of course, Kira. The whole reason Foundations was printed was to prevent reprinting just basic cards into these sets, and it leaves more room for design choices.
Well, it's more that like you see a standard set and you're like, oh, this set has Spell Pierce. This standard format has Spell Pierce and Llanowar Elves and Burst Lightning and Omniscience and stuff like that. And you're like, oh yeah, you know, they were probably randomly printed. Like Omniscience was probably in the Return to Ravnica set, and Llanowar Elves was probably in the Tarkir set or something like that. Because I'm not sure about you, but Foundations is kind of it is a non-factor in my mind when I think about standard, because that's kind of its job, right? It's supposed to be the underlying thing that.
Well, it's the foundation, isn't it?
Wow,
The underlying support. You mean like a foundation? Sorry.